Alright guys, RazorwireReviews here, back with a wrestling video, finally. It's taken me a long time to actually get around to do one of these. There's been a lot of the Epic Film Challenge and so on. But I want to kind of make a video about wrestling, talk about wrestling. I'm going to try and fit this in before I leave for work. But yeah, it's kind of inspired by Saucy's videos, really. Last night I was playing through Arkham City, one of the best games I've ever played. And I played through the main game, and to get the full 100% you need to play through the whole game again, but it's harder and stuff. So I've been doing that without really listening to it late at night. Had my headphones on and basically just played loads of Saucy's videos. If you haven't seen him, Saucy90, probably the best UK YouTuber out there. I love his videos. He's always got something good to say, and I agree with almost everything he says as well. Very sound wrestling mind, I think, and good taste in wrestling. So just listening to all his videos, and you know, he always has something good to say, and I thought maybe I should do one of those videos just talking about, you know, my feelings in wrestling, because I haven't done that for a long time. So this video is Team Cena, Team Rock, or Team Neither. I don't really like branding the phrases Team Cena or Team Rock, but you know, to express my point pretty quickly, I'm going to use that. I've kind of been Team Cena for a long time, ever since The Rock came back, and it was great and everything, but whenever The Rock and Cena kind of duelled promos with each other, Cena always really came out on top, I think. The Rock is obviously a lot more charismatic, a lot more electrifying, and his promos are just, you know, unparalleled, but Cena's content in his promos was always just a little bit better. He always had something a little bit better to say, whereas The Rock was kind of just like, well, you're a candy ass and I'm gonna, you know, kick your ass, basically. And I remember the week before WrestleMania, you know, Cena gave a very great promo to The Rock, you know, just talking about his feelings, and The Rock just went, well, I'm just gonna have to whip your ass then. And it's just like, you know, The Rock didn't really have any comeback except for I'm gonna kick your ass, and it was really weak, really, as cool as it was seeing The Rock. So yeah, they set up the match for WrestleMania, and I was like, you know, I'm rooting for Cena here. Obviously Cena's gonna win, in my opinion. It would be awful if he didn't, because I think The Rock just doesn't need that win, you know. The moment is big enough for The Rock. But anyway, you know, I was Team Cena. You know, I think I liked doing a little bit more in the whole thing. The Rock, you know, the only promo he's done that I really thought, wow, that was really cool, was the one he did on Facebook, I think, or on YouTube. It wasn't even on a WWE show, and that was the best thing he's done since he came back, I think. And it was a promo where he really ripped into Cena. He had something to say for once. They briefly showed clips around Raw in the summer, but you know, Team Cena for me. But then this whole thing where, you know, the Survivor Series match, I think what hurt it was that I don't know why it happened. Well, I know why it happened, but like storyline wise, it made no sense whatsoever. I mean, The Rock announced that he was going to team with Cena at Survivor Series, you know, months and months ago. So we all knew it was going to happen. We were just waiting to see how it was going to happen. And, you know, they couldn't even give us, you know, something good for that. We had The Miz and Truth beating up Cena, so one week he decides, I need someone's help, The Rock. And that was probably about as much intensity as Cena has shown, you know, since then. You know, he hasn't really shown that much. Because the week later, when he needed The Rock's help so much, he beat up Miz and Truth single-handedly, put on a scream mask and was like, da 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 da. So why did Cena need The Rock's help, you know, storyline-wise? Obviously you can't be picky about these things, but you know, I can't help it. It bugs me when they just do stuff like that. So, you know, Miz and Truth didn't really get the better of Cena at all since then. The Rock kind of did a promo and was like, yeah, I'm going to help Cena, but it's not because I like him. And it's like, well, what are you getting out of it? And then The Rock came to Raw, and you know, it was just kind of like, well, why is he here? Why is he helping Cena, you know? Apart from trying to, you know, build a bit of tension towards WrestleMania, which brings you to my point. Survivor Series, there was no tension. The Rock comes out, and to be honest, The Rock's pop was, you know, I'd say on level, or just under that, of CM Punk's pop that night. You know, I believe that maybe, you know, I watched it live, I was talking to my friend James Rowley, you'll see that on the live reactions video, but, you know, maybe I didn't hear it properly, but it didn't seem like The Rock got as big a reaction as I thought he would. And he was amazing. His timing was ridiculous as always. Great to see him wrestling again, but he didn't do that much. Cena sold for most of the match, which I had no problems with, until I kind of realised, you know, throughout the whole match, Cena was just kind of, you know, showing nothing. You know, he was just kind of like, shrugging, and The Rock was there, just eyes just burning a hole in Cena, and Cena just did not reciprocate that intensity by any means. You know, and I said it on the night, he just no-sold The Rock's intensity, which is what Saucy said on his video. And it sounds like I'm saying this just to kind of say, oh yeah, see, I thought the same as him, but no, it's, it's the best way to put it, really. I don't know why more people haven't picked up on that. I thought it was really awful. It just kind of deflated everything for me, that Cena just didn't seem interested in it, you know? And you could say, oh, well, Cena maybe was told to do that. Well, fuck off, I don't care. People, Cena, if he was told to do that, he could easily say, hey, look, that's not the right thing to do. How about I do this? You know, he's got the power to do that. And I don't think he was told to do that, because that would be such a stupid thing to do. WWE have done a lot of stupid things in the past. But to say to Cena, right, we got this big angle, just underplay it. It's stupid, you know? All I can think of is that Cena was acting like that for whatever reason. I think it's stupid. And I'm less excited now for WrestleMania. I mean, I know it's going to be great, but I'm just kind of like, I was expecting to be pumped at the end of it, like, oh, can't wait to see that match. And I'm like, oh, is Cena even bothered, you know? I mean, this is the match you wanted, Cena. This is the biggest match of your career, you know? The Rock has come back, he's going to wrestle you at WrestleMania, and you didn't seem that bothered at Survivor Series. So I could say that now I am Team Rock. Until today, because I looked online today. I don't really read the wrestling news that much, but I read that Randy Orton had a bit of a problem with The Rock. He's like, oh well, you know, I was a bit bitter when he came back and said, oh, I'm never going away, and then he went off again, and you know, I kind of don't really agree with him there, because The Rock has said in the past, you know, just because I say I'm never going away again, I mean, you know, that doesn't mean I'm going to be at every single show, you know, and that's fair enough. You know, The Rock's got other things to do, more money to make, you know, and you know, I got no problem with The Rock being away from wrestling, especially during this angle. You know, I mean, he's got a year till WrestleMania. You know, he doesn't need to be there every week. So okay, then The Rock said in this interview in WWE Magazine that, you know, there's a few people, and we know who those two are, who are jealous and insecure about the fact that I'm here. But I'm here to make the WWE better and, you know, raise the profile for everyone. So obviously he means Randy Orton and CM Punk, who has stated publicly that when the Rock has been back, you know, he's kind of had this kind of Hollywood kind of attitude to him. You know, he gets out the limo, gets to the dressing room, straight out to the ring, and then he's gone, you know. Doesn't hang around, you know, he's not really one of the boys. And whoever, I don't know what interview CM Punk was doing, like who it was with, but they asked him, so would you say he's a diva then? And Punk said, well, that'd be an insult to the divas. At least they shake my hand, which insinuates that Punk tried to shake Rock's hand or say hello, and Rock just, you know, ignored him or blanked him. It was quite funny actually, because I just watched the new Stone Cold Steve Austin Blu-ray, and there's a story in there where Punk says he went up to Hulk Hogan at the 15th anniversary of Raw, went to shake his hand, Hogan walked straight past him. And then behind him he heard Austin greet him and give him a big hug. And he said that's the difference between a guy like Hogan and a guy like Austin. And I think maybe it's the same kind of thing with The Rock, you know, this kind of Hollywood thing, you know. And, you know, as awesome as Austin and Rock are, and you know they're the best of friends and everything, they're very similar and they're very different. I think The Rock comes from a very different background than Stone Cold, and Stone Cold's more of a, you know, working man, a blue collar, you know, and what you see is what you get, and The Rock is maybe a bit more of a, you know, I don't know. Anyway, I just thought that was really, really shitty that The Rock has kind of come back and is not really taking the time to, you know, I'm sure he's friendly with all the people he knows, you know, like Triple H and Taker and Austin and all that, but I think that he probably should take some more time to, you know, go speak to the younger guys, you know. If I was him, I'd go speak to the younger guys, maybe give them tips, or, you know, just anything, you know, or just to shake their hand and say hello is enough, you know. So now I'm going to say I'm on team neither. Team neither, because I'm looking forward to the match, but I'm not pumped for the match anymore. Might sound like I'm overreacting, but it's just like, I don't know, it seems like Cena and The Rock are, they're not really doing the best. I mean, The Rock is getting a bit stale for me now, like I've said. It just seems like there's no substance. It's all style and no substance to it. The whole storyline of him being back and stuff, apart from wanting to kick Cena's ass because he doesn't like him. But yeah, that's my thoughts on it for now. Maybe that'll change, but right now I'm just, you know, I'm kind of looking forward to the match. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'll leave a link for Saucy Night's YouTube channel. Not that I probably need to, you've probably seen it already if you're watching this video, but you never know, you never know. You can always introduce people to new people, and he's the guy to check out. Love his videos, and yeah, he's got a brilliant replica belt collection, but that's that's not all he's about. You know, he's got a great wrestling mind. He's got lots of great videos with some good opinions. One of the recent ones I liked the most was his video about the Radicals, which is a long video, but worth listening to. So thanks for watching. Hopefully I'll bring some more wrestling videos soon. I put up an unboxing of the Austin Blu-ray, and someone asked if I was going to do a review of it. I will be doing that very soon. I've almost finished watching everything, so look out for that soon. It'll be an interesting review. It's one of the best Blu-rays, best DVDs they've ever put out. So yeah, thanks for watching.